maybe before people could think that a woman couldn't play the guitar, the flamenco guitar correctly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have grown in an environment in which everyone was the same as important, and I didn't have the, like, obviously it depends on the people in the environments in which you move. Sometimes you feel like this person is not valuing me as much as they should. But it's more about the people than the reality.
Yeah. But Teresa, it's so lovely to meet you here on Zoom.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And but are you in Spain at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, and born there?
Yes, I born here.
Okay, and you're a flamenco guitarist, and it's so lovely. I see you on Instagram, and I hear you, and it's so wonderful. And tell me about the guitar. Where did your love for the guitar start?
I started when I was 8 years old, and it was more like a coincidence. Like, I don't come from a musician family or something. It's just that I was in a school in which the music teacher was was a teacher that loved her job. She tried as much as she can that all the students learn the maximum about the music. So she had a meeting with the parents of the pupils every year, and she told about the music school, about our city. So I went there as a coincidence, and I listened a concert in which there was one student was playing each instrument that the music school offered, and I liked the music of the guitar. That's why I choose guitar.
But what an amazing teacher that she did that. I just think could there be more teachers like that, so that more children can play instruments and not to become musicians, but really for the love for the music.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now flamenco guitar, that's very traditional for you then in Spain.
Yeah, it's a instrument, like it forms part of the traditional music of our country, especially in my region, in Andalusia, at the south of Spain. It's wonderful because you walk around the street and there are many people with a guitar in their bags.
Wow, that's amazing. So this is part of who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, was this a specific choice that you made when you started playing the guitar? Did you play some classical? Did you get classical training as well?
No, in my city we have the luck of having the flamenco guitar as a specialty inside of the music school. So when I started playing music, even if I had the classical, let's say, theory, so I know the saying about music theory that, for example, a violinist can know. I had I was very lucky because I could start playing only flamenco guitar.
Oh, I see. Okay. But now, if there are many people then in the area where you live that play flamenco guitar, is it difficult for you to make a career of it, because you have to stand out in a way, isn't it?
Well, you have to know that, because many people don't imagine that, but in flamenco, we don't know why the people who play the guitar has been always men. It's really? Like if you go to orchestra, for example, the people who is gonna play a violin normally are girls. Or the people who play the flute normally are girls. And the people who play, I don't know, the trumpet normally are men.
Yeah.
Why? Like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
So I am a girl playing an instrument that is usually played by men.
Oh, I
So
see.
I am lucky because I am weird. And people want to see things weird.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But so is it in the tradition? Is it something that some people think, oh, she's a girl, maybe she cannot play as well as a boy or as a man?
I don't feel it like that.
Yeah.
Like, for example, when I go to flamenco, I don't know, when I am in the flamenco environment, and I don't have my guitar in my bag, sometimes people ask me, you are the flamenco singer or you are the flamenco dancer. They don't imagine that actually I am the guitarist.
Oh, I see.
But that, like, maybe before, people could think that a woman couldn't play the flamenco guitar correctly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have grown in an environment in which everyone was the same as important, and I didn't have the, like, obviously it depends on the people in the environments in which you move. Sometimes you feel like this person is not valuing me as much as they should. But it's more about the people than the reality.
Yeah. And it's sometimes because of a tradition, that some people automatically, like you say, they assume it has to be played by a man. But what is it about flamenco that you love so much? Tell me about the music. What does it say, or what is the tradition around it?
Okay, so also I think people that come from the classical music culture, they never improvise when they play an instrument. They always, if you go to a theater to listen to orchestra, they have always their sheets and they read what they are doing. However, in flamenco, if you play with a singer and a dancer in a stage, you know what can happen, but at the end we are improvising.
Okay.
And this is, for me, is magic, because I am waiting to see what is gonna do the dancer. I am waiting to see what is going to do the singer, and obviously we have talked before or we have rehearsal before. But if they change what they do, I have to change too. Is like, you have to know obviously a lot to do that, but once you know the base, you just fly with the with the music and the environment, and it's wonderful.
But it sounds always, and it looks always very emotional. Like it's really coming from outside or from inside you, and also it's your tradition, isn't it? That you are expressing very easily the emotion.
Yeah. But I think it's also because of our culture.
Yeah.
I have lived 2 years, for example, in Belgium, and I came back home a couple of months ago, and after living outside of my country, I understood why in Spain we are like that. We love to hang out. We are always I think everyone here, because of our weather, we try to spend as much as we can our time in the street with people. I didn't have that feeling when I was in Belgium, because maybe the weather was raining more, and
Yeah.
so you didn't have that chance. But that's why I think we are always meeting, improvising, creating things. We have to think, what are we gonna do to have fun? Sometimes we do the music to have fun.
Yeah. And are you always working with dancers and singers, or do you sometimes do solo playing as well?
No, absolutely. Actually, the thing that I do the most is playing alone. Actually, I don't know. For example, last week I was playing the guitar in a congress, in a tourism congress, because when we play together, let's say, unless you have your own spectacle, the guitarist is not the main character in the stage. Let's say.
Okay. Mm.
And with my personality, I love to express not only with my guitar but also talking, and I enjoy a lot being the main character in the stage, because in this way I have the chance to talk also with the public.
Mm. Well, and is there, so the music is there, or do you also compose then yourself?
Both.
Oh, really? Mm. That's very interesting. And now your compositions, for example, is it mainly then also traditional music, traditional flamenco music?
Well, the base is flamenco, because this is what I have learned. But let's say that flamenco is a music that is developing a lot in the last years, because flamenco is a traditional music, and the humans are developing, so the music develops also with the people. So I consider myself a traditional flamenco guitarist, but when I compose, let's say, I don't know why, but I think that I don't sound as traditional as I could or as I want. But I don't know. I am also very happy with the music that I create.
Yeah, but I think it's also all the influences that you have now, that you hear, and that comes out into your compositions. But now, it's very interesting. Sometimes as you hear of traditional instruments, but they are not played a lot, because it's just a traditional instrument, and it's almost got lost in a way during the years. But you're saying flamenco, that's really a traditional instrument that is being played. But how is it for now younger musicians who start playing music? Do you think there will always be this inspiration to do flamenco music?
In Spain, yes.
Really?
Even like, for example, in the music school where I studied. So in Spain, we study music in the music school during 14 years to be able to teach. Let's say, to have the accreditation to teach. And in the last 4 years, like the university music school, let's say, if you compare with a normal career, in the last 4 years, we go to a music school in a different building in my city. And I am telling you this because the half of the music school was for flamenco students.
Really?
So you have to imagine that if these flamenco students weren't there, maybe the music school wasn't able to be there.
Yeah.
They had to close.
That's amazing. So it's such a live a cultural instrument and music that's being played. That's amazing.
I want to tell you more. Also, like, let's say right now in Spain, there are no flamenco guitar the specialty of flamenco guitar isn't it in all the music schools, but step by step they are giving the chance to learn this instrument in all the music schools. But if you are, for example, in the north of Europe, you can study also in a music school in Netherlands.
Oh, I see.
There is in Rotterdam. There is a music school in which they have this specialty too.
That's very interesting. Okay, so you can actually do this in Europe as well. You don't have to be in Spain to do it.
Yeah.
But this is going to be a very strange question, but I'm thinking this now, that you're saying this is part of your culture. This is part of your almost, who you are.
Mm-hmm.
How much of this is necessary? I'm not saying that anybody else can't do it, but do you think it's really possible for people to really have that ability to do it, as that you, for example, can do it, or that somebody from Spain can do it? That you need this sort of vibrant energy from the country, from the whole atmosphere and the climate and so on to do that.
I see your question. So before going to Belgium, I had this prejudice that only Spanish people could could that thing. But no, it's not true. It's not true. Actually, for example, since you can't study in this case flamenco guitar everywhere, in my music school, I met people from all over the world, like people from Mexico, people from Iran, people from China. The students came from many different countries in the world. And also, I have talked there in Belgium when I was with the people in the flamenco environment. Sorry, I asked them. So, what do you think about the Belgian people learning flamenco? And they told me, because they have been there more years than me, they told me at the beginning they seem they don't have, let's say, they didn't live the flamenco environment.
Yeah.
But if you give the chance to learn during a period, the same period, if you put a Spanish girl, young lady, and a Belgian young lady at the same time dancing, at the end they will need the same time to learn the step.
Really?
So because we are people, it doesn't matter that you're
yeah. No, but I think it's this is also just this assumption, like you said before, people assume that you have to be a man to play flamenco. And I was just thinking, it's because it's so part of a culture and it's so sort of part of the whole atmosphere of it. But that's true. I mean, we can all probably do it when you love it and you get into the music. This is the magic of music, isn't it?
Yeah.
That you will be able to do that. But now, are you also touring, or are you also playing outside Spain? Do you do concerts and so on?
Yeah, well, as everyone, we do concerts. It depends on, let's say, I just came back from Belgium, so it's not as easy to be part again of the environment. I am opening myself again here. But yes, I will be in Seville in 1 month. Hopefully, I will have many dates soon.
Yeah, and please come to Vienna as well. It would be so lovely.
I have been there. And I have a sister. She was there in last year for Christmas, and she told me that your city is wonderful in Christmas.
Oh yes, it's beautiful. Now all the Christmas markets are opening up, so it's such a wonderful time, to be in Vienna as well. But Teresa, this was so lovely to talk to you, and I really hope that I can one day see you in concert here in Vienna, and that would be great.
I will do that.
Otherwise, I'll have to come to Spain.
Yeah.
But I also want to ask you now what your wishes are for the future.
I have many wishes.
So, tell me.
One of them is to create a spectacle. That I am working on that right now. And the other one is to create a private school in which I can give the chance to people from all over the world to learn flamenco.
What a beautiful, beautiful wish. That I think that would be amazing. And that's, do you want to do that in Spain?
So I think, let's say the world is developing, and I don't want to say that my private school is gonna be in Spain, because I want to create, let's say, a online private school so everyone can join.
Oh, I see. Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah, because it's possible nowadays to do it that way.
Yeah.
But Teresa, just one more thing. There in your city, where do you go for a coffee?
For a coffee?
Yeah. So when we come to visit, where would be the best place to go for a coffee?
Oh, last week I hung out with my close friends, and we went to a new place. It was wonderful, but I can't remember the name.
Okay.
It was a place in which you can eat. How you say that word in English? Oh my God! Let's say a kind of crepe.
Yeah.
Obviously not as good as maybe in Paris or in France in general, but it was a plate with many crepes, with fruit, with chocolate, obviously.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And I like it a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll come and investigate all the places there in Spain to find the crepes. Teresa, it was wonderful talking to you, and I wish you all your wishes come true. And let me know when you're in Vienna.
Okay, thank you, Petra.
Okay.
Thank you a lot
Have
for your time and for inviting me to have this call.
It's a great pleasure. It was so lovely to talk to you. Okay, bye.
Bye.